Well, McDonald back with you here at Hannah Field, and now our third of 4 games tonight. We have got Thunder football. Aaron Heck will be joining me here for this one and for the Thunder Blue, and then he's going to step aside and go be a dad for a while and watch son Keegan plays for Thunder White and enjoy the second game. Our third game of our quadruple header here, and we're right into it, ready to go. The Thunder in their blues tops and bottoms, and the Blue Jays kind of in what I would call a charcoal gray or almost a dirty blue, if you will, tops and bottoms. They got blue on the shoulder pads and then kind of a dirty gray numeral or dirty gray jersey and pant. And so from the 35, and I think this is what we were talking about earlier, instead of the kicking off or punting, the receiving team will just take it at the 35-yard line. So Jamestown will have it from the 35, 1st and 10. And again, this is 5th and 6th graders. Thunder football here on the Highlander Activity Network on this Thursday night. Right now, the Highlanders are 1-1. 7th graders won 16-0 over Wahpeton. The 8th graders losing 30-28. From the 35, rolling out here near side. Out to the 35, across the 40, to the 45, 50, still going 45, 40, and it's a foot race heading towards the end zone. And it is going to be a touchdown by Hudson Surface. Takes it all the way, 65 yards for the touchdown. And Jamestown Blue Jays are off to a 6-0 start. So he took the carry, kept it himself here to the near sideline, was able to stay on his feet. And Hudson Surface takes it in from 65 yards. So now the conversion coming up here for the Jays. Again, running clock here in this one. And then we'll get to the final 2 minutes, I think. In the final 2 minutes of each half, they will have the regular clock. So the 2-point conversion coming up here for Jamestown. I'll give you a half hour to quit that, Kyle. Surface will bring him up to the line of scrimmage. And he is joined back there. And Surface takes it. Did he get in? And I did not see a call. No, I believe he did not get in. So the conversion is no good. So the 65-yard touchdown with 8:32 to go here in the first quarter. And just like that, Jamestown with the early lead. Volleyball 25-20. Highlanders losing the second set to Fargo North. So they are down 2 sets to nothing in that varsity volleyball match going on over at the Hack. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Highlander Activity Network. We've got a couple of football games for you here tonight with the Valley City Thunder against the Jamestown Blue Jays. And Hudson Surface takes it in from 65 yards out. 2-point conversion failed. And so it is 6-0 Jays. Highliners now on offense from the 35-yard line. And the carry on the quarterback, Jacob Bollingberg, the 6th grader. On the handoff to Kalen Hansen. And he gets out to the 38. Gain of 3 brings him second down. Second down and 7 from the 38-yard line for the Highliners. Well, still a good crowd of the 5th and 6th grade parents hanging around here watching this one. From the 38, 7:55 to go. And the handoff, again, Hansen at the 40. And check that, that is Langamo. Nixon Langamo on the carry. Nixon gets out to the 41. A gain of 3 yards brings up second down, or third down play coming up. We'll call 3rd and 4 for the Highlanders from the 41. Bob McDonald, Aaron Heck with you here, high atop, Hannah Field. Our technical director and cameraman, Brian Krewald. Jaden's working the camera over at the Hack on a full night of Highlander activities.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on tonight.
And next week will be even more with homecoming.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
Bollingburg on the carry. He's got the first down, staying on his feet, and then whipped down as he got across the 45-yard line. That was Karsten Wharton on the tackle. But it is enough for the first down. Bollingburg, the quarterback, kept it out to the 47-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10. Right at the sticks for that 4-yard carry. Is the band playing?
Yeah. Kids bouncing up and down
on the metal bleachers.
The metal bleachers,
yeah.
Yep.
From the 47 in Highliner territory, first down and 10. Bollingburg gets it up to Hansen. Callan across the 50, and he'll get down to the 49-yard line. Gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Brings up second down. Jacob Horgan on the tackle there. So to the 49-yard line. Gain of 4. I got to try not to take my shoes off as I add it up. And again, we are just going to have one stream here with the Thunder football tonight. So between games, we won't be shutting things down. You can let the computer keep rolling. Hope it's plugged in and fully charged because we got lots of football yet to go here tonight. From the 49-yard line, it is second down and 6. Bollingburg gives it to the near side. On the carry is Langemo. And then Langemo is brought down after a short pickup. Third down play coming up here for Valley City. And I'll have to say, I apologize. I do have a roster here for the Blue Jays, but it is alphabetical and not numerical. So I'm going to be doing the hunting and pecking to find the right people on tackles. That was Bentley Nord on the tackle there after that gain of a couple of yards for Langemo. Third down coming up here for the Highliners from the 47-yard line in the Blue Jay territory. Hansen with the carry, and he lowers his shoulder, and he's going to have the first down. Callan Hansen with a nice play there, just put the shoulder down and went right through Connor Olson. It'll be a first down to the 43-yard line. That's that wrestler mentality, just lower the shoulder. From the 43. 4:38 remaining. We're in the opening quarter. 6-0 Jamestown. First play from scrimmage. Hudson Surface went 65 yards for the score. Clint Clemish, Jesse Hendrickson, Don Russell. They're your coaches here for Blue Thunder. And the White Thunder team is Ryan Mathias, Omar Malka, Matt Marsh, and John Zimba. Here we go, Highliners, Bollingburg. Oh, they're going to come back with a reverse, and there's a fumble. And it is Sale Highliner ball. A little double reverse there.
Little trickery on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I haven't seen that in a while. Loss of 3 yards on the play. I think Hansen was able to go back and fall on it. So back to the 45, brings up second down at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 12. Bollingburg keeps it to the outside. Flag on the play.
No.
Yep, he's going to be at the 40, and he's going to get down to the 35, but there's a flag on the play.
I don't trust Buff Murray.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some glasses down there.
Buff Murray, Mike Lentz, Jared Lentz, and a low-flying helicopter on the call. That's our stadium cam that we have.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, perfect. Flyover view.
The flyover view, right. And so the holding penalty are actually a block in the back. It's all the way back to the 49-yard line in Highliner territory. So the Highliners facing a second and 18 from their own 49. And here's Bollingburg, gives off to Hansen. Callan to the outside, fumbles it. And I think Jamestown fell on it, and they did at the 50-yard line. So a strip, the ball comes free, and it's recovered by Jamestown. So they'll have a 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. So this will be the second play from scrimmage here for the Blue Jays. Just about 2 minutes to go here in this running clock, first quarter. 6-0. Advantage to Jamestown. And the quarterback, it's Hudson Surface. And again, no, you don't have that play clock. Coaches are in the huddle here for the 5th and 6th graders. They're waiting for their 11th guy to get out there. Now they got him. So the clock is just ticking down, 1:35 to go. 6-0 Jays. And they're still trying to get, now they thought they were in 9-man football. Now they got to get another guy out there. So they finally got their 11th out there. Even in this, even though you don't have a play clock, you got to have some kind of a clock.
There's got to be some kind of take charge.
Yeah, it's speed right. Things. I know we're trying to teach them the sport. Well, then teach them that they got to be on the field when it's their turn.
Yeah.
I'm harsh. I'm sorry.
No, it's
from the 50, far side. Surface at quarterback, 2 receivers here near side, 2 to the far side. On a first down play, flag on the play, and then Callan Hansen coming flying in and makes the tackle on the Jay quarterback.
How's that going for you?
Yeah, it's not going. When it's not, and I tried to print it out, but it's like I said, the roster I was given was not it's alphabetical, so I have to find the numbers as we play along here. But the penalty flag backs them up 5. So 1st and 15, back at the 45-yard line. Peter Newman in a quarterback here for the Jays. From the 45. Newman gets the snap. Handoff, fumble. Ball's on the ground, and it is still loose, and I believe Thunder have it.
Hey, there we go.
I think it is recovered by Camden Amon on the fumble. So a bad exchange there between Newman, the quarterback, and he and his wide receiver kind of ran into one another. That was Trace Nogasek. And so the Highlanders will have it at the 35-yard line.
54 recovered that. Who was that?
That's an Amon, Camden Amon, or 54, I'm sorry, Catherine Russell. Russell on the recovery. Camden is 64.
See, there's those glasses.
That, the eyes.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to make a run to Walmart.
You might have to,
get some thicker ones for you.
It's a little too far for the old man to see. See, those TV guys, they got monitors in front of them that can tell what's going on.
I think you have to talk to Brian about that one. We might have to,
technical director.
Yeah, right.
Technical director.
Yep.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Thunder. I was going to say Highlanders. For the Thunder at the 35-yard line. Bollingberg at quarterback. Handoff, Hansen. Callan at the 30. Still on his feet. Second effort. Takes it inside the 30 and down to the 28. Gain is 7 for Callan Hansen. That'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Thunder. This team again made up of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6th graders. And 7 5th graders. This is the Blue Thunder. Wasn't there a movie called Blue Thunder back in the day?
Yeah.
That's before your time.
That was, hey, I'm a big movie guy, but you might be shooting way too far back.
Langholm on the carry, and Nixon will have the first down on the carry inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Thunder. And Nixon Langholm with the carry, the 5th grader. First and 10 from the 24. He's got 4 carries for 9 yards here early on. Again, coming up between games, and throughout this game, we'll talk a little bit more about the Wahpeton Valley City 8th grade matchup. Jack Gilbertson, the quarterback, had way over 250-plus yards of total offense.
Yeah, he had a heyday.
He had a big one. Here's the Bollingburg. He wants to throw, and the lefty throws near side, complete.
Nice,
Hansen
outside.
at the 15 and down to the 14. We got a lefty quarterback.
Hey, I like the looks of that.
And he completes the pass to Hansen. It'll be 1st and 10. Carson Wharton on the tackle. That's a gain of 10 yards to the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Thunder at the Jamestown 14. 7:50, 7:49 here in the second quarter. Actually, in the first quarter. From the 14, Bollingburg under center with Hansen and Langemo behind him. Handoff, Langemo fumbles it, and the ball's still free, and it's recovered by Jamestown. So Langemo coughed that one up, and Jamestown fell on it. Newman on the recovery. And so the ball goes back over to the Jays. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. As we approach the 7-minute mark remaining here in the opening quarter, Jamestown will have a 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Again, at quarterback for the Jays here in the series is Newman, Peter Newman. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 15. I want to thank Ryan Mathias, running Thunder football, and coach of the White Thunder team, getting me the rosters here. So there's absolutely no mistake on my part. The pressure's on. 1st and 10 from the 15. Now back in his surface. He and Newman alternating at quarterback. So Hudson Surface, who had the 65-yard touchdown run, now in a quarterback. And he's got Connor Olson with him. Now Surface wants to run. Far side. Surface at the 20. It's going to be a foot race at the 30. He's at midfield. Far side 45, and then taken out of bounds by Avery Gerlach. But Hudson Surface takes this one all the way into Highlander territory inside the 45-yard line. And it's going to be about a 42-yard run. It is down to the 43. So he's carried the ball twice for 107 yards. He's off to a good start. 5:18 here in quarter number 1. And the ball marked at the 43-yard line as we hit 5 minutes left to go. Service will bring him up to the line of scrimmage. Connor Olson in the backfield with him from the 43-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Jays. Surface rolling, looking to throw, under pressure. Langemo chasing him. Here's the pass, and it's complete at the 40-yard line to the 35 to the 30, and then down inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. Jacob Horgan on the completion. And the nice pitch and catch to the 27. That'll be a gain of 11 yards, and that'll be enough for a Jamestown 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. As we approach 4 minutes left to go here in quarter number 1, 6-0 Jamestown. And they're moving the ball again at the 27-yard line. Horgan here wide to the near side. Surface in the pistol. Now he's got the bubble screen. Horgan incomplete. We've got a flag. We've got a false start. We'll back him up 5. I don't know. I think some of the junior high fans stuck around because I'm sure a lot of them have kids playing in this one too.
Yeah, they might.
You know, like definitely. I see the Rolsmans here with Riley playing on the white team.
Yep. Trying to think of who else was out.
Oh,
Out in
Gerlach
Cooperstown.
has on both Cleveguard, Talon Cleveguard.
Yep.
Here goes Surface. He wants to run onto the far side on a first and long. He's got it to the 25, to the 20, on his feet at the 15, to the 10, and then knocked out of bounds on that far side. Hudson Surface on the carry, and then hit at about the 9-yard line. Actually, I want to say there was Hanson over there on knocking him out of bounds, but down to the 9, it'll be 1st and 10, 1st and goal for Jamestown. Hudson Service with a nice carry there. After that false start penalty, it backed them up 5. So they come up 1st and goal from the 4. 2:29 remaining, or from the 9, pardon me. 1st and goal from the 9. Zervis on the handoff at the 10 to the far side and down inside to about the 7-yard line. Again, Russell there on the tackle for the Thunder, along with Corbin Boom. Gain of a couple yards. And it'll bring up, that was Liam Shaw on the carry. 2nd and goal from the 7. Olsen in the backfield with Surface. From the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Now Surface gets Olsen, moves him over to his left. They'll send a man in motion. Here comes the handoff to the near side. Newman and hit. Spins out of that, and then down he goes.
Defensive play. Very nice defensive play there.
That was Russell again on the tackle. Or check that. Yeah. Catherine Russell again on the tackle.
I believe Langemo was there too.
So Nixon and Catherine combining on the tackle. No gain. Peter Newman on the carry. Brings up 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line as we hit 1 minute left to go, first quarter. Service brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. Connor Olsen next to him. From the 7. Oregon wide to the near side. Service wants to run. He's being chased, and he gets away to the 5. He's going towards the pylon and in for the touchdown.
We have laundry.
We have laundry.
We have laundry.
And it is against Jamestown. Elliot Aberly had the angle on him, but he kind of slipped around that, but take away the touchdown run and back him up.
Looks like, who was that, 98 had, I can't remember who, but they had him in a bear hug, so.
Well, that was Landon Schlafman with the illegality. So it takes it back to the 20, which makes it 3rd and goal from the 20-yard line. With 25 seconds remaining. Here in quarter number 1, 6-0 Jamestown leading. And I'm trying to keep stats, gang. I'm trying to do what I can here. I'm just kind of curious to see what kind of numbers Surface ends up with. His first 2 carries went for 107.
Yeah.
From the 20-yard line for Jamestown. 3rd and goal. Surface gets the snap. Rolling out, looking. He wants to throw. Got time. Now he's going to tuck and run. Surface at the 20. Cuts back at the 15 to the 10, and then pushed out of bounds here on the near side. Hanson, I think Callan Hanson knocked him out of bounds. He, along with Brecken Thornton. So the scramble takes it to the 8, gain of 12. And it'll bring up a 4th and goal from the 8. Unofficially, 156 for Hudson Service on 4 carries.
Oofda.
And that is going to take care of, 9 seconds to go. Clock stop. As it is a 4th and goal. They took that timeout at the 8-yard line. Highlander volleyball done for the night.
Yep.
Again, swept by Fargo North. Again, Fargo North, number 1 in Class A in volleyball, undefeated coming in. their football team and their volleyball team, neither have tasted a defeat yet this year.
Yeah, our girls put up a fight though in those three. I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't a blowout. They took them, made sure they earned those 3 wins.
From the 8-yard line, it is 4th and goal for Jamestown. Zervis in that pistol with Olsen next to him. 3rd down. He rolls out. He's looking to throw. He throws to the end zone. Open, incomplete. Horgan had it and went right through his arms for an incompletion.
I believe we're going to have illegal motion on this one.
Are they going to?
He looked like he was moving forward.
That is the call against Jamestown. I think we've already had more penalties here in the first quarter than we did in the first 2 games tonight.
Yeah, that's what happens when you put 2 lenses together.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Well, I think Buff has been calling the bulk of them because he knows that the 2 lenses won't.
That's true. The lenses just want the game to roll. That's true. Buff likes to play the honesty card.
Yep. So it will be at the 8. That was because it'll be Highliner ball because they declined the penalty. So
correct,
the incompleted pass. So the Thunder will take over 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. Jacob Bollingberg, the 6th grader at quarterback. Nixon Langamo, Callan Hansen behind him. And actually now we got a new quarterback in there, and that's Avery Gerlach on the carry. Gerlach,
face.
That is a face mask. There's the flag. He's still on his feet. He never went down, but they blew the whistle.
I believe Jared threw that one all the way from the back of the end zone.
That
quarterback still got his arm, apparently.
You could see his head twist around.
Mm-hmm.
Nice run, though, by Gerlach. Got out to the 15-yard line, gain of 7, and then they'll tack on more on the penalty. So the 15-yard face mask will take it all the way out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Thunder, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. Your score, Jamestown 6 and Valley City nothing. This is Thunder football. We're back with the second quarter here on YouTube, live on the Highland Activity Network. As we start the second quarter, Gerlach gets to the 30-yard line. He kept it himself. Nice job defensively. Connor Olsen there on the tackle for the for the Jamestown Blue Jays. So no gain on the play for Avery Gerlach, the 5th grader, now running the quarterback position.
Oh, that's halftime.
And that is it for halftime. So we have the end of the first half. That went fast. I thought as I forget, it's running clock.
Running clock, yep.
And so that 20 minutes went fast. So we are through the first half of football. So we're going to step aside. 6-0 advantage to Valley City. We'll be back with our halftime here. This is Thunder Football live on YouTube on the Highland Activity Network.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're shortening it up. There's another game.
Oh, gotcha. Well, if it's halftime, then I should be able to watch the whole thing. I didn't know if it was like in the first part because I gotta take the girls' golf team at 7:15 in the morning over to Mapleton for the regional golf meet. Great.
What does the Thunder consist of? Is it Valley and other towns, or is it just Valley? Like kids from Daisy and stuff. Oh, okay. Half teams may come in. Yeah. So that it's not necessarily associated with the program. Hey, if they're Daisy kids go to.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Boy, I'm so proud of you. And actually, their athletic team is combined with ours.
Yeah, at least football. Football is. I don't know about basketball and volleyball. I know football.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, cross country can be as well. Yep. thinking, I thought your dad said you guys were headed to Baldwin. And then that's where you guys are headed.
I asked him what he wants for snacks and food and stuff. And he's like, what?
So you like kind of bringing up the,
Good at snacks.
like what is soccer that you're playing right now, kind of on the outside? That's okay. Really? When was that? Was that like this week? Goodness.
Well, right now there's a week just
Gotcha. Well, even the dad was up here in the first place. He's like, what in the hell is Alex doing out there at wide receiver?
and then he
He's like,
did,
we usually on the I know.
but I think my parents just saved for night.
So was that just today then? That kind of changed? When you did wide receiver? Oh, okay. Okay. Do you like the tight end position more a little bit? Yeah. I was gonna say today, defense. You had to have had. Was it 2 sacks? You had 1 at least, didn't you? No sacks. Okay, you had pressures, a ton of pressures in the quarterback. Yeah, exactly. I remember that.
As we get ready for the start of the third quarter, 6-0 Jamestown leading after that halftime. Quick look at the numbers for Valley City. Callan Hansen, 6 carries, 6 yards. Nixon Langamo, 5 carries for 8 yards. Jacob Bollingberg has carried the ball once for 10 yards. And Avery Gerlach has a couple of carries for 7 yards. So 25 yards on the ground for the for the Thunder in that first half. 1 pass. Bollingberg at Callan Hansen for a 10-yard completion. So all totaled, Valley City here through the first half with 35 yards of total offense. And the offense on the other side is all Hudson Zervis. Carried the ball 4 times for 156 yards rushing in that first half for Jamestown. And he also completed an 11-yard pass. So the Thunder will have the ball to start things here in the third quarter. 6-0 advantage to Jamestown as they got the 10-minute running clock up on the board. You have running clock and a lot of running. Doesn't take long for our quarters to a half to fly through.
No, definitely doesn't. I mean, that running clock is huge, and
I mean, it's a school night.
And yeah, man. It's past
I got to get
bedtime.
to bed.
Yep.
Here's Bollingberg, turns and hands it off, and that's Langamo. Langamo across the 40-yard line. Nixon Langamo will carry it out to the 43. And he'll get about 8 yards on that carry from the 35. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Thunder. So far, Valley City 1-1 tonight. The 8th graders lost to Wahpeton 30-28. While the 7th graders, they were winners 16-0 tonight.
That 8th grade game though, that was a good game.
It was a very entertaining game. Jack Gilbertson, 154 passing, 113 rushing, and 4 touchdowns. Handoff, Hansen running from near side 50. Callan to the 45-40. He's in the 35, still on his feet down to the 30-yard line. Callan Hansen with a nice carry there for Valley City. And he takes it down to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the for the Thunder. They're going to be Highliners, but right now they're Thunder.
Yeah, right. Might as well just continue.
Just keep going it that
just
way.
Just keep going.
Yeah, that's a 27-yard carry for Hansen. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Oh yeah, that's tough, especially calling back-to-back Highliner games, and all of a sudden you get Thunder thrown in there. It's like, it's Thunder, not Highliners.
It's Thunder.
Just call them the home team. We'll go with the home team.
Bollingberg gives off to Langamo, and Langamo's wrapped up, and he is going to be brought down for no gain. 2nd down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now with Newman coming up defensively there, Peter Newman on the tackle for the Blue Jays. 2nd and 10, 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Highliners trailing 6-0. working from left to right here in this third quarter. And Clint Clemish, Jesse Hendrickson, Don Russell, your coaches here for the Thunder. From the 30. Split backs, Bollingberg to Hansen. And he's hit right away and dropped for a short gain of about 3 yards. That'll bring up a third down play coming up here for Valley City. Third and we'll call it 7 from the 27-yard line. On that tackle was Nathan Romans on the tackle for Jamestown. Approaching the 7-minute mark, left to go here in the third quarter. 6-0, Blue Jays leading. Third down play coming up here for Valley City. Bollingberg under, gives it off to Hansen. Callan at the 25 and stuck inside the 25 to the 24. And picks up about 3 yards. And that will bring up fourth down at the 25-yard line. So first, fourth down and let's see, 5. 4th and 5 for Valley City from the 25. You're probably used to being in this booth with the lights off, not on.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we ran into that the last time I turned them on during our last home game, and I'm like, I don't like that glare. So I asked Cale if he was all right with the lights being off, and he was totally fine. So that was perfect because just made it that much warmer in here.
I bet, yeah. Bollingberg takes the carry, and he'll take it down to about the 22, and that's short of the first down or gain of 3 yards. So the ball will go over on downs to Jamestown. And their first offensive series here in the third quarter with 5:55 left to go. In the quarter, they lead 6-0. Jamestown, they'll have a 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. And they were alternating quarterbacks in that first half with Newman and Surface. Surface unofficially, 156 yards on 4 carries in that first quarter, including a 65-yard run on the first play from scrimmage. They'll set up shop, 1st and 10 at the 23. It'll take that long time in the huddle. Again, we have running clock anyway here in the third quarter as we approach 5 minutes remaining in the quarter number 3. One more Thunder game to go. And you go be a dad. Enjoy watching Keegan play. I'll hold the fort.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, you've been holding the fort anyways. I'm just here as a sideshow.
Well, I like that. The sideshow's always good. But you got to bring the popcorn, though. It's going to be a sideshow.
Hey, your popcorn's right. It's sitting right over here.
It's getting cold.
Yeah, I got the fan right on it.
Nice. I like cold popcorn.
Hey, there you go.
From the 23-yard line, Newman keeps it himself on the far side, and Newman wrapped up, brought down. Bollingberg coming up with a tackle there for the Thunder. Gain of a couple yards. They're now game of 1 out to the 24-yard line. Carter Newman on the carry. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 9 from the 24. Lots of activities, again, as we mentioned, for Valley City next week with homecoming. Hey, if you are a Thunder fan, circle October 10th on your calendar. That Tuesday night, that is the Thunder Bowl.
The Thunder Bowl, yeah.
That's when
that'll be exciting.
It will be.
Kids like to compete against each other as it is, and you know what? You're gonna put them out there and put them in front of everyone.
Here's a Newman, and he got away from a near sack and did get rid of the football, and a nice completion there by Carter Newman to Edison Goner. The Gainer comes up with a completion out across the 30 to about the 33. Gain of 9 yards and a 1st down. So 1st and 10 for Jamestown at the 33-yard line. Hardest working man in the business, Brian Crewell. Sideline camera during the 7th and 8th grade games. Been working up here.
Running around.
Up top, running around, making sure we stay on.
Yeah, hasn't sat still yet.
And there's movement on the line. I may an offsides, I think, coming up here against against Valley City. It is. Tristan Hendrickson moving a little bit too quickly there for the Thunder. So the 5-yard penalty moves it out to the 38-yard line with 2:50 remaining in this third quarter. Peter Newman at quarterback in the pistol, has it, and churns in the handoff. Oh, nice tackle.
Nice fill.
That was. And let's see, popping up there.
It was Hansen, I believe.
You are right, Kellen Hansen. Yep, you got it. Kellen Hansen with a great tackle there. Filled that gap, the A gap, where the play went right up the middle. And wrapped up Joshua Magisha for the tackle and no gain. Now brings up 2nd down and 5 from the 38. Approaching 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Thunder football here live on YouTube. And again, we'll just have one continuous Thunder stream tonight. We won't stop it after this game. We'll continue on, have a little bit of a break, about a 5-minute break before they start the final game of the night. From the 38-yard line, 2nd down and 5 for Jamestown. Newman on the handoff, running him to the 40. Man, that was a good hit, but it'll be close to a 1st down. Hansen again on the tackle.
Yep, there's Hansen again.
You're going to say his name a lot, Callan. He gets his nose in there.
He's definitely a wrestler.
And that the ball carrier was holding his stomach as he's going back to the line. I think Callan hit him a little hard there.
Yeah, that helps. I mean, that helps hitting low too. I mean, that's where you got to hit him is low. That's what stops him.
It was a gain of 6 yards. I think he's still kind of holding that stomach. He's like, "Don't give me the ball this play. Give me a play off."
Yeah. Let me hand it off here.
From the 44-yard line, Newman on the handoff, and there again, big defensive play. That is Hayden Morris coming in with the tackle for the Thunder, and a loss back to the 41.
That is once again how you stay home. That is exactly what you're supposed to do as a defensive end right there.
They tried the reverse with Mason Shaw coming back from the far side and lost a yard on the play. From the 41-yard line, it'll bring up 2nd down. The line of scrimmage right now is the Jamestown 41. They need to get to the Thunder 46. So 2nd and 13, and that might have been the final play of this third quarter with 10 seconds to go. Clock will wind down, and we have got 3 quarters of football in. As we get ready for the fourth quarter, your score at the end of 3 quarters of play is Jamestown 6 and the Valley City Thunder nothing. We're back with the fourth quarter. This is Thunder football on the Highline Activity Network live on YouTube. Well, as I forget, they don't flip sides, so a quick change. There's the false start against Jamestown, so back them up 5. They already were facing a 2nd and 13, now 2nd and 18, back to the 36-yard line. So again, running clock till we get to that final 2 minutes, and then it's normal clock here. So from the 36 for the Jamestown Blue Jays, they face a 2nd down. And we'll call it 18 yards to go. I'm calling it that because that's what it is. Wide receivers to both sides of the field. Peter Newman still working at quarterback here for the Thunder. I think we'll double check and see if Zervis checks in. No, Zervis actually coming in motion. So Newman with the keep, and he dumps it over the middle. He's got a completion across the 40, and it's a foot race to the far side to the 35 to the 30, and catching him from behind was Gerlach. Great job there by Gerlach to catch him from behind, and a touchdown saving tackle made there. And I want to say that was number 2 on the reception, which would be Connor Olson on the reception.
That looked like a jumbled mess.
I thought the quarterback was over the line of scrimmage,
Yeah.
because he ran forward and then just kind of dumped it over the middle.
Yeah, it was either that or, I did see a few linemen downfield too. So, I mean, there could have been 2 flags on that one.
All the way down to the 30-yard line, though, for the completion for Jamestown. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. So Peter Newman working with Connor Olson next to him. Wide receivers on both sides of the field. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Service comes in motion. Not wanting to throw, far side, and it is incomplete. Came up a little bit short. Brings up a 2nd down play. Jack Castet was the intended receiver there. So that's 2nd down and 10 from the 30-yard line for Jamestown. 7.5 minutes to go. If you're recording the Vikings, I will tell you the score, but I'll give you a moment to close your ears. Here's a halfback option pass now. Now Zervis wants to throw. He sets up. He's throwing it downfield. It's up for grabs and almost intercepted.
Man.
Coming across was Kaysen Torbenson and nearly had the interception. So Jamestown's going very deep in their playbook tonight.
Yeah, they're pulling out all the stocks here.
And that will bring up a 3rd down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Halftime score in Philadelphia. The Eagles 13, the Vikings 7. Early on, that is at the half in Thursday Night Football. That means I'm going to have a good Sunday. No agony. From the 30. 3rd down and 10. Newman, play action, rolling, looking, rattled, throwing down for the sack by Nixon Langamo.
That is a great play by Langamo right there.
All the way back to the 39-yard line, loss of 9 yards on the play. And it'll bring up 4th down and about 18. They need to get to the 21-yard line. From the 39-yard line, 4th down coming up here for Jamestown. I like the looks of this defense, especially this defensive line for the Thunder.
Yeah, they're playing really well. Yep, for a bunch of young kids, they're playing very well. They're playing sound football. I'd like to thank Coach Ingen for me constantly saying that every once in a while. He always says play sound football. So now I've been saying it. So
4th down play, near sack. Here's the pass, incomplete.
Nice.
And I think that was
Avery.
Gerlach coming up there defensively to knock it away. Avery Gerlach. That was pretty.
That was a perfect defensive play right there by Avery.
So the ball goes over on downs to the Thunder from their own 39-yard line with 5 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. 6-0 Jamestown on the first play of the game, a 65-yard touchdown run by Hudson Zervis, and nothing since.
No, the defense for the Thunder have really stepped up, and they may have Jamestown may have had a few big plays here and there, but you know what? Defense never gave up and didn't let up. So you know what? It's a good way to stick it out.
Bend, don't break.
Exactly.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Thunder from the 39-yard line. And we're just 1 or 2 big plays away from tying this one up in the final 4.5 minutes of this 4th quarter.
Yeah, let's see what Clint's got in his back pocket here.
Brecken Thornton now in the backfield. Bollingberg gives off. Carey, Hansen, 3 or 4 yards out to the 43. Callan now up to 42 yards rushing. Of course, Callan spent some time in Akron, Ohio this year with the Soapbox Derby, the National Soapbox Derby, the World Championships, after winning the event here in Valley City. From the 43, we'll call it 2nd down and 6 here for the Thunder. Bollingberg, busted play. He's going to have to run with it and ad lib.
Something, yep.
He's got something.
Happen.
He's got a first down.
There
Oh,
we
it hit
go.
hard, but he's got the first down at the 50-yard line. Oh, it's not a horse collar, but I think it was a clothesline.
Yeah, that was a very high tackle there.
But it is enough for a first down. That's Edison Gaynor on the tackle. But the pickup out to the 50-yard line. 7 yards on the carry for Bolingbrook. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Highliners on top of the VC. At the 50-yard line, 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Trailing 6-0. Bolingbrook gives out to Hanson. And Callan will get to the 45, pick up 5. 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Thunder. Callan's been the workhorse. That was his 11th carry for 46 yards.
Yeah, he's definitely been putting in the work.
.235, clock ticking. Highliners facing a 2nd and 5, or the Thunder facing a 2nd and 5. Here's Bolingbrook to the near side, looking for some running room. Bounces it out down to the 41, so he's going to be a yard short of the first down. So it'll bring up 3rd down and short for Valley City. Liam Shaw on the tackle there for Jamestown. And with 2 minutes to go, Highliners facing a 3rd and 1 at the Jamestown 41-yard line here at the near hash. Bolingbrook gives off. Hanson gets out of one tackle. He's got the first down inside the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. So Callan picks up another first down for Valley City. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 38. We need to bust one of these open here. And they're going to do a quick water break here. No. Jared Lynn says, nope, told the water boy get off the field in a polite way.
And there wasn't a timeout called there, bud.
Yep. Buck and a half to go. 1st and 10 for the Thunder from the 38-yard line. Bolingbrook rolling out, wants to do. The lefty looking to throw, under pressure, and he is going to get brought down eventually. There's the sack back to the 43-yard line. He got out of the initial pressure, but then brought down for the sack. I think Langdon Schloppman was there defensively for Jamestown, and the Highliners, or the Thunder, will take a timeout now, back to the 43-yard line. And it'll bring up 2nd down after that 5-yard loss on the sack. Highlanders 85 yards on the ground, 10 yards to the air, the Thunder. So if Jamestown had a different name, I probably wouldn't be calling them Highlanders. But when it's the Jays,
yeah, right.
That's what I'm going with. I'm going to go with that.
They stuck with the Blue Jays, yeah. It throws everybody off.
Minute 13 to go. I always have liked the Thunder logo, though.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. I've always.
It's the same. It's the Titans T, if memory serves, like the Tennessee Titans.
Yep. But I do like that. Yep. I like that lightning bolt T.
And actually getting new helmets later on this year for the Thunder. Here's Bolingbrook on a 2nd and long. Gives it off. Callan. Hanson stumbles his way to the 35. Or check that. That'll be Gerlach.
Yep, Gerlach.
And he will pick up 8 yards, but it's still well short of the first down at the 35-yard line. Final minute.
Yeah, Clint's got to dig way deep into that back pocket here.
Clint Clemish. He's got Jesse Hendrickson back behind him, also helping out on the offense, and on the sideline, Don Russell. Here goes Gerlach again to the 30-yard line as he cut back, picks up 5 yards. And I think we got time for one more play here as we hit the final 30 seconds to go from the 30. How about a Hail Mary?
Yeah, something. You're going to have to throw the ball.
And you got the lefty quarterback in Bolingbrook.
And then Langamo's coming in for, it looks like Avery's hurting after that last run.
Yep. So Gerlach will come out. Langamo comes in. Bolingbrook gives off to Hanson. And Callan couldn't get to the outside as he tried to cut the corner and could not. Brought down to the 19-yard line. Horgan there on the tackle for Jamestown. And that's going to do it. Here we have 0-0. So your final in this one, in our first Thunder game, Jamestown wins it by a final of 6-0. And we'll just have a couple of minutes here. Keep this stream going. Stay put. We'll be back as Thunder Gray or Thunder White. The White Thunder will be taking on Jamestown.
White Thunder.
White Thunder. And we've got that coming up here in just a few minutes. Aaron, go be a dad. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, hey, anytime. I'd love to come back. So
well, you are always welcome. The chair will stay warm for you.
All right. See ya.
You bet. Aaron Heck, the offensive coordinator, assistant coach for Valley City Varsity, head coach of the junior varsity ninth grades. Go down to the stands now and enjoy watching son Keegan play here for White Thunder. So Jamestown winning this first game by a final of 6-0. And we've got more Thunder football coming up. Stay tuned. We'll be back with that in just a couple of minutes. This is Thunder Football live from Hannah Field on YouTube on the Highliner Activity Network. And we are set for our second Thunder game here, Valley City and Jamestown. And this is White Thunder, Ryan Mathias, Omar Malcolm, Matt Marsh, and John Zimba. The coaches here for the White Thunder in their white tops with the blue pants. Jamestown won the toss. They'll have the ball first. And the Jays, again, in kind of that charcoal grayish uniforms with the blue shoulders. At the 35-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. Jack Cassette will be working from the shotgun here for Jamestown. No, he gets under center from the 35-yard line. On the handoff, nothing. And a loss of a couple of yards on the play. Back to the 33-yard line. And get to who the Highliner was that came off the, I think that was 40. I want to say Ryan Malcolm on the tackle. As he came flying through there. It's going to be a loss of a yard back to the 34-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 11. Jamestown comes up to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. Cassette under center. Comes a man in motion. He's going to keep it. And again, Malcolm coming up and makes the tackle all the way back to the 25-yard line. Ryan Malcolm back-to-back tackles for a loss all the way back to the 29 there. So a 1-yard loss on the first carry and a 5-yard loss on the second brings up 3rd down and 16 from the 29-yard line. Minute gone here in this first quarter. So Ryan Malcolm, the 6th grader, making his presence known here early on. From the 29, 3rd down coming up here for Jamestown. It'll be 3rd and 16 yards to go. Back to the 29-yard line. A long time in the huddle. And Cassette brings him out. From the 29, working in that pistol / shotgun formation. 3rd and 16. Good snap. Looking to throw. Looking. Cassette running into the backfield. And he's going to start running again. Cuts it upfield across the 30. And Malcolm will catch him from behind as he gets out across the 35-yard line. So Malcolm caught him from behind after a pickup of about 6-7 yards out to the 35. But it's still going to be 4th down and 10 for Jamestown. And the far hash mark at the 36. After that 7-yard run by Cassette, Malcolm catching him from behind. So it'll bring up a 4th down. And well, about 9 yards to go. 4th and 9.5. Ball across the 35-yard line. Cassette working from the shotgun. High snap, comes down with it. Looking to throw, rolling, still rolling, on the move, throws deep downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Newman, the intended receiver. Well, I hear my rides here. So an incompleted pass gives the ball over to Valley City. And they'll take over 1st and 10 with 6:41 to go at the 36-yard line. So the White Thunder, head coach Ryan Mathias, Omar Malcolm, Matt March, and John Zimba, the assistants. 1st and 10 for the Thunder at the Jamestown 36-yard line. 6:15, clock ticking down. We're in the first quarter, our final game of the day. Our quadruple header of football here. Valley City 7th graders, they were winners earlier, 16-0 over Wahpeton. And then the 8th graders lost a tough one, 30-28 to Wahpeton. Jamestown defeated the Blue Thunder 6-0, and now here it's White Thunder on the carry. Here's Brody Kalbrenner, and Brody gets inside the 35, down to about the 33-yard line. Gives him about 3 yards on the pickup. 3 or 4 brings up 2nd down. They'll call it 2nd down and 6 from the 32. Valley City White Thunder in their white tops with the blue pant. At the 32-yard line. 2nd down play. Kason Zimba, the quarterback. He turns in the handoff. And big tackle there. Coming up there was Horgan on the tackle. That was Malcolm on the carry. He'll get to the 31-yard line. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 5 from the 31 for the Thunder. 4:50 here in this first quarter. Valley City Highlander Volleyball dropping a 3-setter tonight to #1 ranked Fargo North. Zimba, handoff up the middle. And maybe a yard to the 30-yard line. Short pickup for the Thunder. That'll bring up 4th down and 4 from the 30-yard line for Valley City. Coach Mathias, again here on the Thunder football, the coaches in the huddle. No play clock. Make sure everybody's on the same page with the play that is called. That last carry was Brody Kalbrenner. And just picked up a yard. So from the 30-yard line, 4th down and 4 for Valley City. 3:45 left to go in quarter number 1. No score. First series for the Thunder. From the 45. Malcolm and Kalbrenner back behind Zimba, quarterback. Slot here to the near side. Zimba pitches to Malcolm. Malcolm gets away from one to the near side. Malcolm at the 30. He's got the first out the 25 and brought down inside the 25-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for the Thunder. And Ryan Malcolm with the nice carry. Benjamin Curtis on the tackle. But it'll be 1st and 10 for Valley City at the Jamestown 23-yard line. Malcolm got to the corner and was able to pick up positive yardage down to the 23. Gain of 7 brings up 1st and 10 for the Thunder at the 23-yard line. 2:50 remaining. We're in quarter number 1. White Thunder against the Jamestown Blue Jays. Again, this was originally on the schedule to be on the road in Jamestown. They didn't have field available tonight, so the game got moved here to Hannah Field, part of our quadruple header of football tonight here on the Highland Activity Network. Let all your friends and relatives know how they can watch Valley City activities here live on YouTube. From the 23, I formation. Malcolm will dot the I. Zimba under center, Kalbrender the fullback. Malcolm gets the handoff to the far side and stacked up at the 25-yard line. Well, that will be a loss of a yard. And that was coming up there defensively. That was Newman on the tackle. So second down coming up for Valley City. Actually, Jack Costet on the tackle there from the 35 or 25-yard line. Second down and about 12 yards to go from the 25. Minute and a half to go here in the second quarter. Or in the first quarter. Zimmer brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Again, has that I formation at the 25-yard line on second and long. Pitches back to Malcolm. Wide side of the field. Gets away from one tackle, gets away from two, and can't get away from the rest. And a gang tackle there by the Blue Jays. After a gain of a couple yards to the 27-yard line. Loss of a couple. Good pursuit there by the Jamestown defense. Now we'll bring up third and a whole bunch. Line of scrimmage at the 27 on the far hash. And they need to get to about the 13-yard line. So third and 14 coming up here for Valley City. Final half minute of the first quarter. Thunder. They picked up a win against Cooperstown here, Griggs County, earlier in the week, 12-0, picking up the first win of the season. And I don't think they're going to get a snap off here as, again, with no play clock, they can spend as much time in the huddle as they desire. So they will let this one wind down, and our first quarter is going to come to a close. Your score at the end of one quarter of play, it is Valley City 0 and Jamestown 0. And so we will, again, they don't flip sides. We'll just stop it for a moment, get 10 minutes on the clock, and go right into the second quarter. Here we go. From the 27, third down and 14 for Valley City. Kaysen Zimba, quarterback. And again, he has that I formation behind him. One receiver split out wide to the left. That's to the far side of the field. Zimba gets off to Kalbrenner up the middle. He gets inside the 25. It's going to be well short of the first down. They'll get right to the 25 after a gain of 2. Fourth down coming up here for Valley City. Fourth and about 12 from the 25. And White Thunder, they are made up of 7, 8, 9 sixth graders. And 8 fifth graders. 34 out for Thunder football this year. 17 on each team. It looks like Kalbrenner is coming out, hobbling a little bit here for Jamestown. I think that is... got his jerseys all crimpled. We'll double check on who that is that came out for Valley City. From the 25-yard line, it is fourth down and long here for the Thunder. With 8:55 to go in the second quarter, no score. Now That was Brody Kalbrenner that is the injured Thunder. So the play is being called in the Valley City huddle. With 8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, no score. Our second Thunder game of the night. In Jamestown, they are combined with their two teams. 5th and 6th graders, instead of splitting it up. Everybody playing both games. From the 25. 4th down and 12 for Valley City. Now shotgun here. And on the, actually on the keeper, on the far side and 4th down. And short of the first down, they had a quarterback keep that time. Zimba was not under center. And they ran, it was Zimba, pardon me, it was 24 under center. So the loss, turnover on downs. And Jamestown will take over, 1st and 10, ball just across their own 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. And these two schools, Valley City and Jamestown, will be playing varsity football later in the year. And that is the 3rd to last game of the season for Valley City. A couple of home games coming up the next couple of weeks. Dickinson Friday night, then homecoming week next week with West Fargo Horse. And don't forget, with homecoming festivities, Powder Puff football on Monday. The junior girls against the senior girls, 7 o'clock here at Hannah Field. A fundraiser for prom, $5 admission. And come on out, watch the young ladies in the Powder Puff football game again, 7 o'clock here at Hannah Field Monday night, kicking off homecoming week. 6:39 to go here in the second quarter. No score, Jamestown and Valley City. Jamestown with the football. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Rolling here to the near side, and they're going deep over the middle, and it is incomplete. Peter Newman cut loose on that pass across the middle. And the incompleted pass brings up 2nd down. Bowen Kletke, the intended receiver there for Jamestown. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Jays come up to the line. They'll send a wide receiver wide here to the near side. Kletke here near side. And one receiver split wide to the far side. Peter Newman, quarterback, working in that pistol formation with Beckett Martin next to him. From the 20-yard line, here comes the reverse. It's a fumble. It's on the turf. And I think Jamestown got it back at the 20-yard line. So they tried to have the slot back come, and they say, no, it's Thunder football. The Thunder recovered the fumble. And they'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Mason Hawkinson was the back that came from the slot on the reverse. Coughed it up. Thunder recovered. So Valley City will have it 1st and 10 inside the Jamestown 20-yard line. As we hit 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter, no score. So great opportunity here for the Thunder. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the Jamestown 19-yard line. Ryan Mathias, Omar Malcolm, Matt March, John Zimba, the coaches. John and Ryan working in the huddle right now. Now they come out to the line of scrimmage from the 19. Zimba quarterback, 1st and 10 for Valley City. And out to Malcolm. Ryan here to the near side and brought down inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down. Second down play coming up. Benjamin Curtis there on the tackle for Jamestown. Gain to the 17. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 17-yard line. Here in the near hash. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Second quarter, no score. Valley City and Jamestown. Thunder football, 5th and 6th graders. This is the White Thunder. From the 17-yard line. Kalbrenner and Malcolm split behind Zimba. 2nd down and 8. From the 17. Kalbrenner on the carry, and he is hit and dropped from behind. No gain, might have lost a yard on the play. Quint Irish on the tackle. So back to the 18-yard line, brings up 3rd down. And they need to get inside the 10, so we'll go up 3rd and about 9 from the 18-yard line for the Thunder. They'll have about a 3-minute halftime. Give the kids a water break, a chance to regroup, and then we'll be back here for the 3rd quarter. 2 minutes, 41 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, or in the 2nd quarter, no score. Now they come up to the line of scrimmage. Zimba will keep Kalbrenner and Malcolm split behind him. From the 18, gives it off. Malcolm hit in the backfield, and down he goes back to the 20-yard line, and he's going to lose a couple yards. And we'll bring up 4th down and long for Valley City. Coming up there defensively was Becker Gegelman on the tackle. So a 4th down and 11 for Valley City. The ball at the Jamestown 20-yard line with 1:51 to go in the 2nd quarter. Again, earlier tonight, Valley City 7th graders winning 16-0 over Wapaton. Highlander 8th graders losing a tough one. Great game, though, 30-28 to Wapaton. And then earlier this evening, in the first Thunder game, it was 6-0, Jamestown winning that one. And now here, no score with $1:22 to go in the 2nd quarter in our second 5th and 6th graders. From the 20-yard line, 4th down and 11 for the Thunder. Malcolm and Kalbrenner split back behind Zimba from the 20. He wants to throw, looking, rolling, sets up. He throws deep over the middle, the ball tipped, and I think it got intercepted. It's incomplete. No, it was incomplete. Threw in a sea of jerseys, and it was knocked down at the 5-yard line, and the ball goes over to Jamestown on down with 58 seconds left to go. Nice throw, though, by Zimba. Right in the middle of a whole bunch of players, knocked down by the Blue Jays. So at 58 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter, Jamestown offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Neither team really, that was the biggest scoring chance for Valley City. They got into the red zone, got down to at least the 17-yard line. But the Jamestown defense came up big on a couple of plays. And now they take over on downs from the 20. Quite probably final play of this 2nd quarter. At the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Cassette now back in at quarterback in that pistol. Gets the snap, looking to throw. Now looking to run. He'll tuck and go. He's out across the 20. Bounces to the outside, 25-30. Stutter steps down the sideline to the 35. Kalbrenner stands him up and then gets some help from 2 or 3 other players, and they bring him down across the 35-yard line. Zimba was there. Lincolnberg also there defensively for Valley City. But a nice scramble as Cassette gets out to the 37-yard line, picks up 17 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Jamestown from the 41-yard line. And they call a timeout. So the clock stops with 41 seconds to go. Volleyball home again next week, Tuesdays and Thursday. Tennis home next week for homecoming week. Of course, the Pep Fest will be next Friday, a week from tomorrow, 2 o'clock at the Hack. Homecoming royalty will be crowned. And then the parade down Central Avenue at 4. And then the game at 7 o'clock next Friday night for homecoming against the Hawks of Horace. From the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for Jamestown. 41 seconds to go in the second quarter. Castetta quarterback, snap, comes down with it. And Malcolm again in on the play and comes up with a sack back to the 25-yard line. Ryan Malcolm has got a ton of tackles for loss and a couple of sacks here in this first half. Timeout taken by Jamestown with 34 seconds remaining. And the forward progress will be marked at the 28-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 18 from the 28 for Jamestown. 34 seconds remaining here in this second quarter. Again, Cassette at quarterback in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Looking, dumps it off, and he's got his man complete. And then dropping immediately across the 25. No gain on the play. May even been a loss of a yard or two. That was Ty Aldinger on the catch for Jamestown. So out to the 27-yard line, and that will be the final play of this first half. So the clock will wind down. Jamestown racing to the line of scrimmage to see if they can get a play off here, but we've got triple zeros on the clock, and that will do it. So your first half comes to a close, and your score at halftime in our second and final Thunder game of the day and our fourth and final game of this jamboree, if you will. It is Jamestown nothing, Valley City nothing. We're back with more Thunder football from Hannah Field live on YouTube on the Highland Activity Network. as we get ready to start our third quarter of play here. No score between Jamestown and Valley City. Thunder football here from Hannah Field, here on the Highline Activity Network, live on YouTube. Again, to find us, tell everybody that all they got to do is go to YouTube, search Highliner Activities, Valley City Highliner Activities, or the Highliner Activity Network. And again, we've got plenty of archived events, live events, and go back and watch these over and over and over again after it's all said and done. So 1st and 10, Valley City will have the ball to start things here in the third quarter. No score. 1st and 10 for the Thunder from the 35-yard line. Kason Simba, quarterback, on the handoff, running across the 40. Good running room there by Brody Kalbrenner. He gets out across the 40 to about the 42, picks up 7 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Out at the 47-yard line. That was Karsten Wharton on the tackle. Here's Zimba. And off again. Gives it off to Kalbrenner. He'll get out to about the 43-yard line. Kastet there defensively for the Blue Jays. Out to the 43. Facing a 3rd and 2. Valley City is. A minute gone here in the third quarter. And a scoreless game. From the 43-yard line. Thunder going from right to left here in this third quarter. Just off the near hash mark. They come up to the line of scrimmage, facing a 3rd and 2. Zimba under center. Fakes one way, gives it off to Malcolm to the outside, gets away from a tackler, and Malcolm will get out to very close to the 1st down. And he'll get him out to the 45-yard line. They say move the chains. So 1st down on the carry by Ryan Malcolm. Kletke on the tackle there. But they had him, looked like it could have had him for a loss, as Henry Hobart back in the backfield couldn't corral him. So Malcolm gets it out to the 45. 1st and 10 for Valley City. Inside 8 minutes to go. Clock moving here in the third quarter again. As the clock winds at the running clock till we get into the latter half of the fourth quarter. Then we'll have normal time. From the 45-yard line, 1st down and 10 for Valley City. From their own 45. Zimba, pitch. Malcolm way wide, far side. And Malcolm spins at the 45, and then he'll get a yard or two. Again, got to the 45, spun away out of a tackle. But then was brought down after the short pickup of just a yard. That'll bring up 2nd down here for Valley City. We'll call it 2nd and 9. The line of scrimmage, the 46-yard line. 6:48 here in this third quarter. I guess these guys are loving this. 9:30 at night on a Thursday night. They're playing football on the big field under the lights. From the 46. Zimba, they want the counter coming up the other way. On the carry, running room. Here to the near side, inside the 45, down to the 43-yard line. As the Highliners do a little reverse there. Sylvester Walker on the carry, on the reverse. The jet sweep, if you will, takes it down to the 43-yard line. And Walker will get the 1st down after that 11-yard pickup. That's, I believe, far and away the best play as far as yardage for Valley City here in this game. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. The Thunder have it 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. a jet sweep as they had Sylvester Walker wide to the far side, came in motion from the 43-yard line. Walker comes wide here to the near side of the field. At their I formation, Zimba under center. At the 43, here's Malcolm, near side. Orion gets out of a tackle, steps out of another one, stays on his feet to the 40, and then planted inside the 40 at about the 43-yard line, or 38-yard line, after he sidestepped a couple of tacklers, and then he ran to a big-time tackle and planted into the ground there. That was Carter Dickerman on the tackle. There you go, Carter. Old buddy of mine, Jamie Dickerman, that's his son. Comes up with a big play there. But he did plant him. Boy, Malcolm got out of the couple of tackles, and then Carter just came up and dropped him at the 37-yard line. Second down play coming up here. 2nd and 4 for Valley City from the Jamestown 37. 4:51 remaining. Here in quarter number 3, no score. This game has been played basically between the 20-yard lines. The deepest penetration Valley City has had is 17. That was on their last drive of the first half. And Jamestown has a couple of plays in Valley City territory. From the 37, 2nd. And Zimba, handoff, Kalbrenner. And he is brought down immediately after a gain of a couple to the 35-yard line. So it brings up 3rd down and long for Valley City. That was Carson Wharton on the tackle from the 35. We'll call it 3rd now and about 2 yards to go for the Thunder at the Jamestown 35-yard line with 3:50 remaining in this 3rd quarter. No score. Ryan Mathias coaching the Thunder, long time in the huddle. Gets that play called. And they come out of the huddle to the 35. 3rd down and 2 for the Thunder. Backs are split. Zimba directs them to split a little more. They do. He'll turn, counter. Malcolm, first down and more to the 30-yard line. And Ryan Malcolm takes it down inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line. Gain of 6 yards, but enough for another Valley City first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Thunder at the Jamestown 26-yard line. Inside 3 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. A good time-consuming drive here by the Thunder. Chewing up the clock and moving the ball. Now, we talked about this earlier, the 23rd season of Thunder football here in Valley City. The gentleman that started it all, working down on the field as a referee, Mike Lentz. From the 26-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Thunder. And they come back with the counter again. Zimba gives it off to Walker. Walker at the 25, cuts back at the 20, and Sylvester Walker inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Again, that jet sweep, but this time Walker cut it inside the blocker and went more inside the hash marks than going wide. And takes it down to the just inside the 19. So 2nd and 4. 1:55 from the 19-yard line. Valley City in Jamestown territory. Again, their deepest penetration has been to 17. And right now they're at the 19. Facing a 2nd and 4. Walker wide to the far side. We had Malcolm and Kalbrenner split behind Zimber quarterback. Gives it off to Malcolm, and he is going to be caught from behind. He'll get a yard maybe to the 18-yard line. So a 3rd down play coming up here for Valley City. As 3rd and 4 from the 19-yard line. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. No score between the White Thunder for Valley City and the Jamestown Blue Jays. At the 24-yard or the 19-yard line. 40 seconds to go. They should get one more playoff here before the end of the third quarter. And I'm starting to hear people yelling, "Let's go." Well, they bring it to the 19. Zimber brings him up. Receiver wide to the right. Two backs split behind him. He'll turn, give off, fumble. It's on the turf, and I think Zimba, following Kalbrenner, fell on it at the 21-yard line. So it's going to bring up a fourth down back to the 21. Fourth and about 6 here for Valley City, and that is where we're going to be when we start the fourth quarter. No score, Jamestown and Valley City. So they'll stop the play as the quarter's over. They won't flip sides, obviously. They'll get a quick water break, get their 10 minutes on the clock, and then we'll have our fourth down coming up here for Valley City. Yeah, and lots more Thunder football throughout the year. And again, October 10th, that's the biggie. That's the Thunder Bowl when the two teams play one another. And that will be right here at Hannah Field. Of course, coverage here on the Highlander Activity Network. So we start the fourth quarter. It'll be fourth down and about 6 yards to go for Valley City at the Jamestown 21-yard line. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Tegan Greer split out wide to the far side. From the 21, Zimba wants to throw. Looking, dumps it off, incomplete, looking for Kalbrenner, and threw a little bit too far for Brody to get to, so the ball will go over on downs. And it goes over to Jamestown, 1st and 10 for the Jays at their own 21-yard line. So the defensive stand there by Jamestown. And now they'll take over on downs in a scoreless game from their own 21. Jamestown going from left to right here in our final quarter. Hope you enjoyed our coverage of football here tonight. A full slate starting at 5 o'clock. Also had Highlander volleyball tonight. Highlander varsity falling in 3 to Fargo North. But not without a little bit of a scare into the Spartans. Undefeated, number 1 ranked volleyball team in Class A. 1st and 10 now for Jamestown from the 21-yard line. Castett back in at quarterback. And he'll be in that pistol formation with Becker Gagelman back next to him. He turns and looks at his head coach getting his sign. Here's the roll to the near side on the carry, Gagelman, and he gets to the 20-yard line. So Gagelman to the 20. It's going to be a loss of a yard there. Good pursuit wide for Valley City. Loss of 1 will bring up 2nd down and 11 with 7:40 remaining. From the 20-yard line. So the Thunder, Jamestown 0-0. And the Jamestown, they were huddling up on the far hash mark, and they got to come all the way back here to the near hash mark to run the play. Gagelman with Castett in the backfield. from the 20-yard line. Second down and 11. 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. No score. Receivers wide, both sides of the field. Now Sept will get under center. Sends a man in motion. And it's going to be a handoff. Goes to Gegelman. He'll try to go to the far side. And there is Malcolm again. Orion Malcolm again coming off that DN side. And he got some help from Zimba as well. And the loss back to the 16-yard line. So it'll bring up third down and long. They need to get out to the 31-yard line. 3rd and 15. Again, Malcolm, the 6th grader. He's coming off that DN line, and he's just flying down and making things happen. I would even call him an outside linebacker, if you would. So a third down play coming up here for Jamestown. 3rd and 15 from the 16-yard line. As we hit 6 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter, no score. So the Blue Jays get their time in the huddle. Now they'll come out. One receiver go wide to that far side. One here to the near side. Sept and Gegelman in the backfield. Had to get their other old lineman quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Had a helmet malfunction. Everything's fine. Now they want a screen. Now they're going to roll. And Malcolm's going to come up with another big-time sack on Sept back to the 11-yard line. Orion Malcolm came up, and he actually was battling the running back trying to block him, and he wrapped him up and sacked him back to the 10-yard line. So with 5:14 to go, we're going to head down to out to the 35-yard line, because now they're the 32-yard line. Because Valley City will get the ball. That was a 4th down play. So again, instead of punting, they just move them 15 yards downfield. And so they have it at the 32-yard line. Another big defensive stand for Valley City. And the Thunder will take over 1st and 10 at the Jamestown 32-yard line with 4:40 left to go. Again, line of scrimmage is the 32-yard line. Zimba brings him up to the line of scrimmage from the 32. Turns, gives out to Malcolm again. Malcolm to the outside, cuts the corner at the 30. Malcolm to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Thunder! A 32-yard touchdown run. Orion Malcolm was bound to break one eventually, and there he did with 4:02 to go here in the quarter. He got to the outside, got down that sideline, and it was off to the races. And it is a touchdown for Orion Malcolm from 32 yards out. Valley City takes a 6-0 lead with 3:57 to go in the fourth quarter. Now the two-point conversion. Thunder come up to the line of scrimmage. Zimba will have Kalbrenner and Malcolm split behind him. Gets under center for the conversion. Hand out to Kalbrenner here to the near side, and Brody's in for the conversion. 3 minutes, 57 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, and the Thunder on the board, 8-0 on a 32-yard touchdown run by Orion Malcolm. And then the conversion in by Brody Kalbrenner. And the Thunder will take that 8-0 lead. So Jamestown now will come out, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line with 3:57 remaining in this fourth quarter. So a big stop on defense. The sack by Malcolm on 4th down. And then on the first play from scrimmage, after the ball went over on downs out to the 32-yard line, he takes it in from 32 yards out. Kalbrenner with a nice run on the conversion. And Valley City up 8-0. And Jamestown now, they're huddling back at the 10-yard line. They're going to have to hustle up to the 35 when they come out of the huddle. So they'll get their wind sprints in up to the 35-yard line. First down and 10 for the Jays. Now Peter Newman back in at quarterback for Jamestown. He'll be under center from the 35. I'll check that. That is 18. We'll get that in a moment. He takes the run. He goes across the 35 out to about the 36-yard line. That was Connor Anderson on the carry. And we had a penalty on the play, holding called against Jamestown. Or a illegal procedure against Jamestown. 5-yard penalty back to the 30-yard line. Brings a first and 15. So the Jays are going to have to need a big play here, and this time they're in the huddle very quickly and out. Anderson at quarterback from the 30-yard line, first and 15. Turns and coming in coming in from his D-end spot, a D-line spot, that Luke Sorby, and he comes up with the tackle back to the 26-yard line. Luke Sorby, the 6th grader, he just blew in there, went right by his man, and came up with the tackle back to the 26-yard line. A loss of 4 more. That will bring up a second down and 19 from the 26-yard line for Jamestown. 2 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. Clock on the move here in the fourth quarter. And the throw pass is incomplete. Again, Sorby came in, and Anderson just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack, and did. So it'll bring up a third down from the 15-yard line, or the 25-yard line. 3rd and 20. The final 2 minutes of this one, Valley City leading at 8-0 on a 32-yard touchdown run by Ryan Malcolm. Then Brody Kalbrenner popped in the 2-point conversion. So 3rd and 20 here for Jamestown at their own 25-yard line. Anderson brings him up. Now he's got an empty backfield. Now he does have Shaw next to him. Liam Shaw standing next to him from the 25. Looking to throw. Wings it out here to the near side. Incomplete. Dominic Malcolm there defensively for Valley City. So it is now 4th down with 1:25 remaining. Clock stopped. Now we're in our final 2 minutes, so it's a normal clock here. And they're going to, instead of running a play, they'll give them 15 yards downfield. So out to the 40-yard line, or 20 yards, not 15, 20 yards. So right now, Valley City, they're in the driver's seat, leading 8-0 with 1:25 remaining. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their Jamestown 45-yard line. Get a couple of first downs here and be able to run out the clock and pick up their 2nd win of the season. I think it was a 12-0 win against Griggs County, Cooperstown here earlier in the week. So at the 45-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10, then they come up to the line. Kalbrenner and Malcolm using that I formation. Zimba at quarterback at the 45, 1st and 10. He'll give off to Kalbrenner, and Kalbrenner, the fullback, up the middle. He goes off that right side, gets a couple of yards down to the 41. And Jamestown will take the first of their timeouts. And they'll say to the 43-yard line. Oh, there was a timeout, Jamestown, yep. So Jamestown will take their first timeout. It'll be 2nd down and 7 from the 43-yard line for Valley City with 1:25 to go. And this timeout, again, they'll get their 3 timeouts. They'll probably take them all. and Valley City can run out the clock. From the 43, second down and 7. Zimba gives off to Kalmbrenner again, right up the middle. And again, back to the 41. Running right into the teeth of that D line for Jamestown. Carter Dickerman there. And take a look at the D line for Jamestown. Third down play coming up here for Valley City. Isaac Beers right next to him. There you go, Isaac. Here's a counter play back to the way near side. Walker at the 40, running him to the 35, and tripped up inside the 35-yard line, or he was off to the races again. And it'll be down to the 31, but that is enough for a first down for Valley City. That might just be enough, but Beckett Martin comes up with a tackle there. And that was a touchdown-saving tackle on Sylvester Walker. To the 31-yard line. Final half minute here. And now Jamestown, I think, is going to take a timeout. 25 seconds ago, Jamestown will take a timeout. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Valley City at the Jamestown 31-yard line. With 25 seconds to go, Thunder leading at 8-0. And if the score can hold, it'll be a split of our 4 games tonight. Again, the 7th graders for Valley City, the Highliners, 16-0 winners against Wahpeton. And then the 8th graders lost a tough one, 30-28 to Wahpeton. And then our first 5th and 6th grade matchup, Blue Thunder losing here to Jamestown by a final of 6-0. And right now, they're going to go into the victory formation from the 31-yard line with 25 seconds to go. 1st and 10. Zimba takes a knee. And they need not snap it again. And so the Thunder, well, they're going to jump out to a 2-0 record. The White Thunder will go to 2-0 on the year. And with 3:57 remaining in that 4th quarter, it was a 32-yard touchdown run by Ryan Malcolm. Then Brody Kalmbrenner ran in the 2-point conversion, and Valley City will win it here over Jamestown by final score of 8-0. We'll come back, wrap it up here from Hannah Field. This is Highliner Football on the Highliner Activity Network live on YouTube. Well, your final score in this one is White Thunder winning it by a final of 8-0. Again, with 3:57 to go in the 4th quarter, it was a 32-yard touchdown run by Ryan Malcolm, and that was one play after he came up with a big sack on 4th down to stop Jamestown. And they took the ball out at the 32 after the punt, if you will. And then he took it in from 32 yards out. Brody Kalmbrenner ran in the 2-point conversion, and the Thunder leading 8-0, and then they hold on again and win it by a final of 8-0. Well, here's what's coming up on the Highliner Activity Network here live on YouTube. Again, we've got varsity football tomorrow night as Valley City taking on Dickinson. 7 o'clock kickoff, and we'll be on the air about 6:50 tomorrow night as the Dickinson Midgets, ranked number 5 in the state, 3-0 on the season, coming in to take on the 3-0 Highliners. That, again, is a 7 o'clock kickoff tomorrow night here at Hannah Field. And then homecoming festivities next week. It all begins on Monday night with the Powder Puff football game. Again, 7 o'clock kickoff here from Hannah Field as they will take on, it'll be the junior girls taking on the senior girls, and that'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff. Monday night football here from Hannah Field. Powder Puff football kicking off homecoming week. Well, my thanks to Jaden Johnson and Brian Krewald, our cameramen and directors here tonight. Aaron Heck working these first 3 games with me. Had to be a dad here for the last game, and I appreciate that. And Aaron joining us tonight. And, of course, as usual, all of you that followed along and watched tonight, don't forget you can watch these again on YouTube. They are archived. You can enjoy them again and again. Just, again, go to YouTube, do Highliner Activities or Valley City Activities, and enjoy Highliner Activities live on YouTube. Again, it's a split tonight. The 8th graders losing 30-28. 7th graders for Valley City winning 16-0. And Blue Thunder losing 6-0 to Jamestown, and White Thunder picking up the 8-0 win here in the final game. Until next time, Paul McDonald saying thanks for joining us, and so long from Hannah Field.